Hi friends, and welcome to Book a Day for Little Learners. Friends, today we're going to read Go to Sleep Little Groundhog. A groundhog is also called a woodchuck. Go to sleep, little groundhog. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, this reading of Go to Sleep Little Groundhog. I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. This book is by Claude Clement. It's adapted by Patricia Jensen, and it's illustrated by Catherine Nouvelle. As the first snowfall arrived in the mountains, the animals prepared for the long winter ahead. Families snuggled together in burrows and caves and started getting ready to sleep. Everyone except one groundhog family, that is. They were busy looking for their littlest groundhog. Friends, what do you think happened? You think the groundhog got lost? Maybe he was out playing and he kind of got confused about how late it was? The little groundhog was still outside because she wanted to play a while longer. She romped up the hill with her friend, the goat. "My little groundhog," her mother called, "please come into the burrow right away. It's time to go to sleep." "Oh, Mama," the little groundhog begged, "just a few more minutes. After I play a bit, I'm sure I'll feel like going to sleep." "5 more minutes," said her mother. "Then it's bedtime." So off went the little groundhog. They're playing together, aren't they? 5 minutes passed, but the little groundhog still showed no signs of getting tired. His weary mother asked the ermine for advice. "I know just the thing to help your little groundhog go to sleep," he said confidently. Confidently means he felt very strongly about it. Just then, the little groundhog bounced in full of energy. "Come, little groundhog, wrap your tail around yourself like this," said the ermine. "Why, I'm getting sleepy already," he yawned. "My tail isn't long enough to wrap around myself," the puzzled little groundhog said. The ermine sighed. "I hadn't thought of that. Wait here. I'll be back in a minute with someone who can help you." The ermine dashed out of the burrow into the snow to find his friend the lizard. Meanwhile, the little groundhog huddled in the burrow, wide awake. "The little groundhog can't fall asleep? I'll show her exactly what to do," said the lizard after hearing the ermine's story. "It's easy and it works every time." And with that, the lizard and the ermine scurried off to the groundhog's burrow. So the ermine suggested wrapping his tail around himself, and the groundhog couldn't do that. What do you think the lizard is going to suggest? Let's find out. The little groundhog greeted the lizard happily. "Are you here to play with me?" she asked. "Oh no," said the lizard. "We've got work to do. Now, falling asleep must be taken very seriously. Just lie completely still. Don't move a muscle." The little groundhog tried to stay still, but it was just too hard. "Lizard," she whispered, "how long before I fall asleep?" But the lizard didn't answer. He was too busy snoring. So friends, the lizard fell asleep, but it's the groundhog who needs to go to sleep, isn't it? Just then a rabbit hopped by. "Hello, little groundhog," he said. "I heard you're having trouble falling asleep. The trick is to count twitches." "Twitches?" asked the groundhog. "Like twitching my nose?" "Exactly," said the rabbit. So together they twitched noses, counting every twitch. But before they even got to 10, the rabbit was sound asleep. Friends, twitching your nose means you kind of like move it up and down. And if you're a rabbit or a groundhog, you have whiskers, the hairs around their nose and mouth, that move up and down. The little groundhog's parents closed their weary eyes to think. What shall we do? Her father asked her mother. We simply must get some rest. This is really a problem that he won't fall asleep. It's affecting the whole family. Before her mother could answer, there was a knock at the entrance to the burrow. There, shivering in the cold, stood a tiny cricket. I'm sorry to bother you, the cricket began. Do you have a warm spot for me inside your burrow? In exchange for your kindness, I will be happy to play some songs for you. The groundhog family quickly welcomed the poor cricket into their snug burrow. Once he warmed up, he began to rub his wings together to play a lively tune. That means he's making music with his own body. In a flash, the lizard and the rabbit woke up. Soon, everyone in the burrow was dancing and singing merrily. Merrily means in a happy way. Everyone but the little groundhog, that is. She was curled up in the corner, fast asleep. So friends, everybody else woke up when the music was on or was being played, but the groundhog fell asleep. That's exactly what they wanted to happen, right, friends? They wanted him to go to sleep. The cricket continued chirping as the guests danced their way out of the burrow and back to their homes. Then the groundhog family quietly snuggled around the groundhog and happily closed their eyes for their long winter nap. Good night, little groundhog, the cricket chirped softly. Everyone's going to sleep. Friends, these are different things about the groundhog. They eat grass and roots. They hibernate in their burrow during the winter months. They have lots of underground tunnels. Baby groundhogs are born late in March, so they wake up on February 2nd, and then they wake up at the end of March. And it says that mother groundhogs may have as few as 2 or as many as 10 groundhog babies in her litter. They're very timid animals, which means they're shy and they're not very aggressive animals. So if you saw a woodchuck or a groundhog, he probably would run away. They'd probably be scared from you. Friends, I hope you enjoyed our story about our groundhog and you learned a little bit more about groundhogs. I would love it for you to hit that thumbs up like button if you haven't already and subscribe to our channel. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another groundhog story. See you then, friends.